Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Myself Mrs. Rutuja Shasne and I am going to teach you science for standard 8. Due to lockdown position, our principal madam has decided to take your lectures online. So I welcome you all for the online session of science. Okay students, so let us start with chapter number 1, Living World and Classification of Microbes. In this chapter we shall study following important points. First point is biodiversity and need of classification. What is the first point? Biodiversity and need of classification. Second point is 5 kingdom system. Here we are going to learn about 5 kingdom system. Third is characteristics of kingdom Monera, Protista and Fungi. This is the third point we are going to study in this. And fourth point is classification of microbes and its characteristics. So all these four points we are going to study in this chapter. Living world and classification of microbes, biodiversity and need of classification. Last year we learned that all the living things, organisms on the earth have adapted according to geographic regions, food ingestion, defense, etc. While adapting, many differences are observed in the organisms of same species too. According to 2011 census, around 87 million species of living organisms are found on the earth, including land and sea. To study such a vast number, it was essential to divide them into groups. So, groups and subgroups were created considering the similarities and differences among the living organisms. This process of dividing living organisms into groups and subgroups is called biological classification. What it is called, children? This is called as biological classification. What is biological classification? The process of dividing living organism into groups and subgroups is called as biological classification. Students, please note this biological classification definition. Now, here a pink color box you can see. In that history is given. Carl Linnaeus in 1735 divided living world into 2 kingdoms, Vegetabilia and Animalia. Haeckel in 1866 considered 3 kingdoms, Protista, plants and animals. In 1925, Chatton created 2 groups, Prokaryotes and Eukaryotes. These are the 2 groups which has been created by Chatton in 1925. In 1938, Copeland divided living organisms into 4 kingdoms, Monera, Protista, plants and animals. So this is the history. So let us see about the 5 kingdom system. In this, Robert Harding Whittaker, 1920 to 1980, he was an American ecologist, and in 1969 he divided living organisms into 5 groups. That is called as 5 kingdom system. Now which 5 groups were they? They are, first one is Monera, second is Protista, third is fungi, 4 is Plantae and 5th one is Animalia. This is called as 5 kingdom system, and this has been created by Robert Harding Whittaker. Next one is, for this classification, Whittaker considered following criteria. In that, first criteria was complexity of cell structure, which was the first criteria, that is the complexity of cell structure. It is also been divided into 2 types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. What is prokaryotic? Prokaryotic is unicellular or single celled organism. In prokaryotic, the organisms are unicellular and single celled organisms, and eukaryotic, in that the organisms are unicellular also and multicellular also, and they are larger in size. So this is about the complexity of cell structure. Second criteria is complexity of organisms. In that complexity of organism, it comes under unicellular and multicellular. Okay, they are unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular is what? Unicellular means single celled organism, and multicellular means many those the organisms those who are having the multiple cells. So they are multicellular organism. Third criteria is about plants. Mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition is first one is coming, that is plants. Plants are autotrophic and photosynthetic. Okay, so how they get the food? Mode of nutrition means what? How the plants are getting their food. So the plants are autotrophic. What is autotrophic now? Autotrophic means they can make their food on their own. They are not depend on others for their food. So that is called the autotrophic. And second point is photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? Do you all know about photosynthetic? That with this process the plants can make their food on their own. So this is about the plants. Next is fungi. Now what is fungi? How the fungi is depend on how the fungi get its nutrition. So the fungi is totally depend on the dead animals to get their nutrition. So that is why they are called as saprophytic. Okay, what is the meaning of saprophytic? An organism that lives on and gets its nourishment from the dead organism, that is fungi. Next is third one is animals. Animals are heterotrophic. Okay, they are the consumers and they are heterotrophic. Heterotrophic is what? They cannot produce their food on their own, like animals. Like we human beings, we cannot produce our food on our own. We are depend on others. Like we are depend for our food on the plants. Okay, if plants will not grow, we will not get the food. Okay, so for the animals are heterotrophic and ingestive. They can have their food. So this is about the mode of nutrition. Then we have the lifestyle. In lifestyle we have plants, they are producers. Animals are consumers, and fungi is, who is fungi? They are saprophytic or depend on decomposers. Got it, students? Now this is about the classification of Whittaker considered the following criteria. Now we have here one chart of 5 kingdom system of classification. You can see over here, or I can show you in colored this thing also. You can see 5 kingdom system of classification. In that, living organisms, they are divided into 2 types, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. I had already explained you about prokaryotic and eukaryotic. After that, prokaryotic is been divided into unicellular, and unicellular is divided into kingdom 1, that is called as Monera. Okay, then we will come to eukaryotes. Eukaryotes is divided into unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular again divided into kingdom 2, that is called as Protista. Then Protista is been divided into 3 kingdoms. Third kingdom is fungi, fourth kingdom is plantae, and fifth kingdom is animalia. Okay, now here you can see fungi is in that fungi cell wall present, but organisms can't perform photosynthesis. Okay, here you can see kingdom 3 fungi, cell wall present but organisms can't perform photosynthesis. Kingdom 4 is plantae, cell wall present and organisms can perform photosynthesis. Kingdom 5 is animalia, they don't have any cell, so no cell wall. This is the chart of 5 kingdom system of classification. Got it, students? So this is about page number. Here we will start with the kingdoms explanation. Whitaker has explained us the 5 kingdom system. From that we will learn now kingdom 1, Monera. Take a small, they have given one activity over here. That activity I will show you with the help of a video also. I will just explain you first and then you can watch a video. Take a small drop of curd or buttermilk on a clean glass slide. Dilute it with a little water. Carefully keep a cover slip. Observe it under high power of compound microscope. What did you see? You can see the moving small rod-like microbes, and they are called as lactobacilli bacteria. What they are called? Lactobacilli bacteria. All type of bacteria and blue-green algae are included in the kingdom Monera. Characteristics. We'll see the kingdom 1 Monera characteristics. First characteristics is all the organisms are unicellular. Second, they may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. I have told you before also what is autotrophic and what is heterotrophic. These are third characteristic is these are prokaryotic cells without distinct nucleus or cell organelles. So students, these are the characteristics of kingdom Monera. Now I am going to show you one video about this kingdom Monera activity.
Try this activity. Take a small drop of curd or buttermilk on a clean glass slide. Dilute it with a little water. Carefully keep a cover slip. Observe it under high power of compound microscope. What did you see? Moving small rod-like microbes are lactobacilli bacteria. All type of bacteria and blue-green algae are included in the kingdom Monera. Characteristics.
Kingdom 2 Protista. Here also we have one activity. The same kind of video I am going to show you about Protista activity also. First we will just read out this. Prepare a temporary mount of 1 drop of pond water on a glass slide. Observe it under low power and high power of microscope. You will find some motile microbes with irregular shape. These are amoeba. Now we will learn the characteristics of Protista. Protista are single-celled organisms with well-defined nucleus enclosed in a nuclear membrane. Second characteristic, they have pseudopodia or hair-like cilia or whip-like flagella for locomotion. Locomotion means to move around. Third, autotrophs, example Euglena, volvox, contain chloroplast, and heterotrophs, example amoeba and paramecium. So this is about the Protista. Now we will see one video about the kingdom 2 Protista activity.
Protista activity. Prepare a temporary mount of 1 drop of pond water on a glass slide. Observe it under low power and high power of microscope. You will find some motile microbes with irregular shape. These are amoeba. Characteristic.
Third kingdom we have fungi or fungi. Here also we have one activity. Video you can see afterwards. Take a moist piece of bread or bhakri and keep it in a container with lid for 2 to 3 days. After 2 to 3 days, a fine cotton thread like tuft is found growing on the surface of a bread. Prepare a temporary mount of few threads from this culture and observe it under the microscope. You can do it at home also if you have at home bread, chapati or bhakri. Keep it in a container for 2 to 3 days. You can see the fungi comes up on that bhakri or bread. Characteristics of fungi. These are non-green, eukaryotic, heterotrophic organisms. Most of them are saprotrophs. They feed upon decaying organic matter. Third characteristic, their cell wall is made up of tough and complex sugar called chitin. See, the fungi, their cell wall is made up of tough and complex sugar called as chitin. Fourth characteristic, some fungi are thread-like and many nuclei are present in the cytoplasm. Fifth one, examples they have given: baker's yeast, aspergillus, that is fungus on corn, then penicillium and mushrooms. These are the examples of fungi. Though many systems of classification are introduced after the Whitaker's his 5-kingdom system is widely accepted. We will watch a video about fungi now.
3. Fungi. Activity: take a moist piece of bread or bhakri and keep it in a container with lid for 2 to 3 days. After 2 to 3 days, a fine cotton thread like tuft is found growing on the surface of the bread. Prepare a temporary mount of few threads from this culture and observe it under the microscope. Institutional work. National Institute of Virology, Pune is involved.
Students, here you can see some pictures of organisms from kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista and fungi. You can see over here, these are the pictures about organisms from kingdom Monera. Next we have organisms from kingdom Protista. You can see over here organisms from kingdom Protista. These are few examples of kingdom Protista: Volvox, Paramecium, Euglena and Amoeba. Next we have fungi. You can see over here how the fungi looks. This is fungi. You can see various parts of fungi. This is sporangium, orangiophore, hypha, apophysis, then columella, and these are rhizoids. Okay, so this is about fungi. Now we will see the characteristics of microbes. Among the living organisms, microorganisms are largest in the number. Hence, they are classified as follows. See how they are classified: microorganisms, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Microorganisms are divided into two groups, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Then under prokaryotic you can see it comes bacteria, and under eukaryotic you can see it comes protista, fungi and algae. One by one we are going to see one by one about this. First it is bacteria. Size is 1 micrometer to 10 micrometer. Students, I have one video about this bacteria also. I will show you after this explanation. First, unicellular. Bacteria are unicellular, independent, parasitic organisms. Sometimes many bacteria together form colonies. Bacterial cell is prokaryotic with cell wall, but distinct nucleus or cell organelles are absent. They reproduce by simple binary fission. In favorable conditions, bacteria grow vigorously and can double their number in 20 minutes. You can see over here, these are some bacteria they have shown. The first one, you can see over here, coccus, then Coccobacillus, then this is Perilium, Bacillus, and this is Vibrio or comma shaped bacteria. Okay, so this is about the bacteria. We will see one video about bacteria over here.
Area. Size 1 micrometer to 10 micrometer. Unicellular, independent, parasitic organisms. Sometimes many bacteria together form colonies. Bacterial cell is prokaryotic with cell wall, but distinct nucleus or cell organelles are absent. They reproduce by simple binary fission. In favorable conditions, bacteria grow vigorously and can double their number in 20 minutes. Coccus, Coccobacillus, Bacillus, Spirilium, Vibrio, comma-shaped.
Second, we have protozoa. Size of protozoa is approximately 200 micrometer. Protozoans are found in soil, fresh water and sea water. Some are found in the body of the organisms and are pathogenic. These are unicellular organisms with eukaryotic cell. There is a great variation in cell structure, organs of locomotion and modes of nutrition among protozoans. Fourth, these organisms reproduce by simple cell division. Example, amoeba, paramecium, they are free living in dirty water. Then Entamoeba histolytica causes amoebiasis. Plasmodium vivax causes malaria, and Euglena, this is autotrophic. So this is about protozoa. You can see over here, this is paramecium, this is Entamoeba. Okay, now I have one video about this protozoa also. You can watch it now.
Protozoa size approximately 200 micrometer. Protozoans are found in soil, fresh water and seawater. Some are found in the body of other organisms and are pathogenic. These are unicellular organisms with eukaryotic cell. There is great variation in cell structure, organs of locomotion, and modes of nutrition among protozoans. These organisms reproduce by simple cell division. Example, amoeba, paramecium, free living in dirty water. Entamoeba histolytica causes amoebiasis. Plasmodium vivax causes malaria. Euglena autotrophic. Fungi.
Students, next we have about fungi. The size of fungi is approximately 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. These are found on the decaying organic matter and dead bodies of plants and animals. These are eukaryotic organisms. Some are unicellular and others are visible with naked eyes. Saprotrophic, absorb their food from decaying organic matter. They reproduce sexually and asexually by cell division or budding. For example, the example of fungi is baker's yeast, candida and mushroom. You can see over here, this is Plasmodium. Okay, next we have, you can watch a video about fungi also, students. Here is the.
These are found on decaying organic matter and dead bodies of plants and animals. These are eukaryotic organisms. Some are unicellular and others are visible with naked eyes. Saprotrophic absorb their food from decaying organic matter. They reproduce sexually and asexually by cell division or by budding. Example, baker's yeast, candida, mushroom.
Fourth one is about algae. Size of algae is approximately 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. First characteristics are they are aquatic, eukaryotic, unicellular, autotrophic organisms. Then photosynthesis is carried out with the help of chloroplast present in the cell. For example, chlorella and Chlamydomonas. Okay, these are the example of algae. Very few species of algae are unicellular. Most of them are multicellular and visible with naked eyes. Students, I have one video about algae also. You can watch it now.
Size approximately 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. They are aquatic, eukaryotic, unicellular, autotrophic organisms. Photosynthesis is carried out with the help of chloroplast present in the cell. Example, chlorella, Chlamydomonas. Very few species of algae are unicellular. Most of them are multicellular and visible with naked eyes.
Next we have viruses. Size of viruses is approximately 10 nanometer to 100 nanometer. Generally, viruses are not considered as living organisms, or they are said to be organisms at the age of living and non-living. See, viruses are not living also and not non-living also. They are at the age of living and non-living. They are studied under microbiology. Now we have one of the new virus. What is the name of that virus? Yes, that is coronavirus. It comes from China. Okay, so see, the size of viruses is normally 10 nanometer to 100 nanometer. Viruses are extremely minute means the smallest one, that is they are 10 to 100 times smaller than bacteria and can be seen only with the electron microscope. we cannot see it with the naked eye, with our naked eyes. For that we have to use the electronic microscope. Secondly, they are found in the form of independent particles. Virus is a long molecule of DNA or RNA. What is the DNA and RNA full form is given over here. Deoxyribonucleic acid, that is DNA, and ribonucleic acid, that is RNA, covered by a protein coat. Thirdly, viruses survive only in living plant or animal cells and produce their own proteins with help of host cell and create their numerous replica. See, viruses survive only in living plant or animal cells and produce their own proteins with the help of host cell and create their numerous replica. Then they destroy the host cell and become free. These free viruses again infect new cells. Viruses cause many diseases to plants and animals. You can see over here chlorella and tomato wilt virus. Next we have, okay, so here we have finished our chapter. The do you know section is here. Human, they have given some viruses. Human viruses are over here: polio virus, influenza virus, HIV/AIDS virus, etc. Now the new one we can add it into our list, that is the coronavirus. Then for cattle, picorna virus is there. Plants, tomato wilt virus, tobacco mosaic virus, etc. And bacteria is bacteriophage, that is viruses attack bacteria. When viruses attack on bacteria, that is called as bacteriophage.